require competence in the reading comprehension abilities. Difficulty with reading comprehension negatively affects achievement in all areas of curriculum. The survey result also confirm that second cycle primary in 7th grade and 8th grade school students' habits and attitudes toward extensive reading were poor. The teachers also focus mainly on intensive reading, so the students only were asked to do some comprehension activities after reading text from their textbook. The solution for the problem, an alternative approach of teaching reading that could help students improve their reading comprehension, attitudes, and habits is required. Based on various research findings, when intensive reading is not effective, so extensive reading approach may be the correct treatment for learners' problem. Next, it is research question. Number 1, does extensive reading affect learners' reading comprehension? Number 2, what are the learners' attitudes toward reading? And number 3, what are the learners' attitudes toward the extensive reading program? And this is the review of literature. So there are many studies have been conducted on the effectiveness of extensive reading. Number 1 is from Xu 2003. So it conduct a study to examine the effects of extensive reading on reading achievement and attitudes toward reading of EFL Taiwanese grade 8 students for a year. The result of the study is extensive reading groups significantly increased from pre-test and post-test in comprehension and attitudes to reading, but the control group did not. Number 2, it is from Bell 2001. It is a study to compare the effectiveness of extensive reading and intensive reading on reading speed and reading comprehension for 2 semesters on elementary student in Yemen. The result of the study is the reading comprehension test showed that the students in extensive reading group receive greater result than students in the intensive reading group. Number 3, it is from Al-Nafisa 2015. It conducted a study on the effect of an extensive reading program on the reading comprehension of Saudi EFL university students. The finding of the study showed that the experiment group outperformed the control group in reading comprehension achievement. Number 4, it is from Ambachu 2003. It conducted a study to examine the influence of donated supplementary readers on grade 8 EFL learners reading ability in Ethiopia. The result of the study was inconsistent with most of the findings in other countries. So there was no significant difference in the learners' reading ability after the intervention. Next, it is methodology for design of the study. The study employed a quasi-experimental pre-test, post-test design to determine the effect of extensive reading on learners' reading comprehension and attitudes toward reading. And for the participants, there were 92 8th graders were selected from 2 intake sections. The experimental group include 56 students, which were 19 males and 27 females. And for the control group include 46 students, which were 22 males and 24 females. And the students' average age was about 14.5. For the instrument of the study, there were 3 instruments. Number 1 is reading comprehension test. Number 2, reading attitude survey. And number 3, attitudes toward the extensive reading program. And reading materials in the study, so the researcher used his own personal collection, including stories, narratives, and folk stories from different sources. The data analysis in this study were analyzed through t-tests independent and pair samples to compare the intergroup and intragroup differences and descriptive statistics via SPSS version 20.0 for Windows. Procedure in the study. So after getting an approval from the school principal and the English teacher, the researcher provided training for the experimental teacher, and then the students took the reading comprehension test, reading attitude survey as pre-test. Then it was introducing the concept of extensive reading. After that, shared a handout of photocopies of one story. And then the students participated in extensive reading for 6 weeks, and they met once a week for 40 minutes. Then the students filled the reading log. And next, the researcher did the reading log and provided suggestion. After 6 weeks, the reading comprehension post-test, reading attitude survey, and post-attitude questionnaire were administered. And this is the result of the study. So for the reading comprehension test, from the table, it shows that the experimental group mean is increase of 0.02. However, the t-test result indicates that there was no significant difference between the participants of the control and the experimental group. And for the attitudes toward reading, the score indicates that there was no statistically significant difference between the two groups on the pretest and in attitude scores. And for the attitude toward extensive reading program, the result revealed that the students' attitudes toward the extensive reading program were positive. And this is about the extensive reading with motivating activities in study 2. Based on the first study, the extensive reading program was revised and conducted in a second cycle primary school in Woldia town, Ethiopia from March to June in 2017. So this is the second result. For the reading comprehension test, from the table, the learner scores in the experimental group were greater on the post-test than the pre-test, and they gained and the score is significantly improved while the control group did not. And for the attitudes toward reading, the finding revealed that the experimental group scored significantly better than the control group in attitudes toward reading. And the learner score in the experimental group were improved on the post-test than the pre-test, while the control group did not. And this is the conclusion. The result of the study indicates that simply giving learners the freedom to choose book to read one was inadequate to make such an influence. In contrast, when motivating activities and more time for reading were used, there was improvement in students' reading comprehension, and their attitudes toward reading were positive. And the study also have recommendation for the next study. First, a larger population is needed to obtain data more accurate. Second, future research need to provide a big stock of books. Third, future studies can focus on the effect of extensive reading on other areas of language learning, like vocabulary and grammar. And finally, future study can gain better results if learners participate in extensive reading program for a longer time and duration. So that's all my presentation. Is there any question?
All right, thank you so much, Ika, for the great presentation. And for the audience who want to ask question, please kindly raise your hand or just unmute yourself.
Okay. Yes, Ripka, please.
Okay, thank you, Ika. Is it my voice clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. So my question is, if you are a teacher, what tools would you prefer for extensive reading? For example, like a book, a novel, or a short story like that.
Okay, thanks for your question, Ripka. Can I answer Ripka's question first?
Yes, please.
Okay,
You
so
answer the question directly.
when I am be the teacher, the tools that I use to in extensive reading, I think I can use any kind of books, either novels or text, as long as the students has to do it as possible as they can. So I think the score the score of the students will get the maximum. Can you get my point?
For what that I can get from your opinion, so you prefer a book. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Ika.
Thank you, Ripka.
All right. For the second question, for Adinda, please give your question.
Thank you for the opportunity. So my question is, how come the extensive reading affect students' reading comprehension skill? Since you don't mention about it before. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Adinda. So your question is, how come X reading can improve students' language skill? Is it right? Or
Yes, how come it can affect students' reading comprehension skill?
all right. So Ika, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Adinda and Acha. Based on the research in the article, there are research by Richards and Smith in 2002. So he said that extensive reading is reading in quantity in order to gain a general understanding of what is read, to develop reading habits, to build knowledge of vocabulary and structure, and to encourage a liking for reading. So it means that by doing extensive reading, it can affect the students' reading comprehension skill. Is it answer your question?
Yes, but is it always work, Ika?
So from the review literature that I have already mentioned before, the result of the study showed that the extensive reading can improve and increase the students' comprehension about reading. So it means that extensive reading also effective to be applied. Is it clear?
Yes, already clear. Thank you for the answer, Ika.
Yes, thank you, Adinda.
All right. For the third question, I see some questions in the chat box from Amanda. How is the concept of extensive reading that applied in this study? Maybe you can start to answer it. Thank you.
Okay, so the concept of extensive reading that applied in the study is the students read some books that already have prepared in the classroom, and then they can choose which book that they want to read. And they had to read the book in 30 minutes. After that, the students had to fill a reading log, and the reading log contains date, title, level, is it easy or difficult, the time spent, number of page, and a short comment about the book. And after that, the researcher gave some suggestion about the students' reading log. So that's all the concept of extensive reading in the study. Is it clear, Amanda?
Yes, Ika, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you, Ika and Amanda. Since we have 3 minutes left, maybe Nirmala's question will be the last question, but if we have more time, we can open another question for Erlyn. So for Nirmala's question, what if the interesting books already provided and the students' interest or motivation in reading shows no improvement? What do you think the best solution for this issue? So for Ika, you can answer this question, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nirmala and Acha. So, in Nirmala's question is the interesting books already provided, but I think it is on the point of view of the researcher or the student itself. If it from the point of view the researcher, so we can ask the students to tell their type of books that can get their interest or motivation and start to provide it based on their interest. Does it answer your question?
Yes, Ika, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Nirmala.
All right, thank you, Ika and Nirmala. So we already have 1 minute left. Maybe for Ika, do you want to continue or stop the Q&A session? I think it's not possible, but if you want to continue, it's okay.
I'm sorry, Arlene, maybe you can ask another question in the next presentation. Okay, so that's all my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
All right, thank you, Ika, for your presentation and for the audience that participated in this discussion. So for the next presenter will be Amanda, who will present her work about improving student speaking skill by using multimedia presentation strategy. For Amanda, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Here, I would like to present an international journal article about improving students' speaking skill by using multimedia presentation strategy that conducted by Muhammad Lukman Syafi'i, Alif Sugianto, Nanang Hendriono. First, introduction. First, I would like to talk about the importance of speaking skill. Speaking skill is important for students so that students can communicate in English well with people from other countries, especially if they want to go abroad. Speaking skill is also important to have to support them if they want to continue their studies to a higher level or want to get a job. As we know, in this 4.0 era, English is increasingly being used, especially in work and education environments. And many types of jobs priorities applicants who can speak English well. However, there is the lack of practice if the language both inside and outside the classroom as the main cause of the students' failure in mastering speaking skill. Besides that, the very limited time is also considered to support the failure of the students' speaking skill, since the English lesson at school is usually held just for 4 hours per week. And since the time for teaching speaking is very limited, the English teacher is expected to be able to use the available time more effectively and efficiently by applying a curtain strategy that can encourage students to actively participate in the speaking class. So as a solution, multimedia presentations in the form of PowerPoint slides can be used to improve students' speaking skill. Here, the researchers formulate a research question. How multimedia presentation strategy can improve the 8th graders' speaking skills? For the literature review, first there is literature from Parvin at 2016. He said that technology helps and encourages the playfulness of learners and involves them in a different way of learning. Technology gives learners a chance to engage independently and a safe environment where mistakes are corrected and exact feedback is given. Next, there is literature by Mail at 2003. Mail states that the use of the computer as a learning tool makes of influences students' focus, engagement, and product during the teaching and learning process. And the last, here is the review from a literature review from Gerhard at 2006. He states that visuals are often more effective than words to express an idea or arouse emotion. Next, research methodology. The design of the study is collaborative classroom actions research or CAR with 2 cycles, cycle 1 and cycle 2. For the participants, there are 8 grade students consisting of 2 parallel classes, A and B, in MTS Al-Islam Nganjuk Regency, East Java, Indonesia. And the subjects of the study were 14 students of class A. For the instruments, there are questionnaire, observation sheets, interview, and flight notes. For the variables, the independent variable is multimedia presentation strategy, and the dependent variable is student speaking skill. For the procedure, first, the teacher explained the form of activities that will be conducted. Second, the teacher showed a set of PowerPoint slides to the students. Third, the teacher told a story based on a set of PowerPoint slides. Fourth, the teacher asked questions to the students to check students' understanding. 5, the teacher divided students into group of 3. 6, the students make a story based on the PowerPoint slide in group. 7, on one of the students told a story in front of the class, and the last, the students made their own story. And for the data analysis, the researchers used an analytic scoring rubric adopted from UR at 1669. for scoring the students' performance. And here are the results. As you can see here, at the table 1, there are the result of students' speaking performance score. And from the data, it was seen that there is an increase in number of students who achieve score 80 until 100 score. And then for table 2, for students speaking performance score in each aspect, here is also an increase in the number of the students here an increase in the number of students number of students good performance. And then here are the result of the students involvement. Here is also an increase in the number of the students who got active category. And for table 7, it is the result of the students' perception. For the discussion, first, students' speaking performance. The success of the students' speaking performance in cycle 1 has not been achieved yet. At the cycle 2, it was found that there was a significant improvement of the students' speaking performance. So it can be said that the success of the students' speaking performance in this research was achieved. For the students' involvement, from the data, it was known that the percentage of the students' involvement was 100% or all students in cycle 1, and it was also 100% or all students in cycle 2. So this means that the multimedia presentation strategy is good in maintaining students' involvement. For the students' perception, the students gave positive responses towards the implementation of multimedia presentation strategy in teaching English, especially teaching speaking. So in conclusion, multimedia presentation strategy can improve the students' speaking skills in terms of their skill in pronouncing English words, and can increase the students' involvement during the teaching and learning process, as well as students' interest. For the recommendation, it is recommended to make more thorough preparations to anticipate unexpected change if someone wants to do research on this in the future. So that's all for me. Thank you. Itu aja.
All right, thank you, Amanda, for the presentation. So for the next 10 minutes, we will open Q&A session. For the audience who have questions, you can raise your hand or type in the chat box. Okay, for the first question, we got Fatihul. So please give your question.
I want to ask about the is there any challenge that the researchers face during the study? Thank you.
Thank you, Fatihul. For Amanda, are you ready to give your answer?
Yes, Eka.
Okay, time is yours.
Okay, Vic, thank you for the question. Yes, there are some challenges that the researchers that the researchers met in this study. So there are some changes of the procedure and the schedule of the implementation of the study. Does it answer your question, Vic?
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you, Amanda and Fatihul. For the next question is from Ripka. For Ripka, please give your question.
Okay, so for Amanda, do you think this multimedia presentation can improve elementary student speaking skill? That's my question.
Thank you, Ripka. For Amanda, are you ready to answer the question?
Yes, Aja.
Okay, time is yours.
Thank you, Rika, for your question. In my opinion, this strategy would be better if implemented in high school students. And I don't think that this strategy will be effective if applied to elementary students. But if you want to use this strategy for elementary students, you can change the media from PowerPoint to pictures, mind maps, or something like that.
Thank you, Amanda, for the answer.
All right, thank you, Ripka and Amanda. So we move to the third question from Erlin. For Erlin, please give your question.
Yes, thank you for the time. For Amanda, I have a question about if it is about learning media through technology, what if the strategy of using this media is applied to students in the 3T area because there is no connection, no internet connection in there. So what do you think about the alternative solution to use learning media, but there are not facilities. There are not facilities connection maybe, or I think it is like that. So what do you think? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Erlin. For Amanda, is it clear or?
Yes, Aja.
Okay, so please give your answer.
Okay, thank you, Erin, for your question. So I think to implement this strategy, we don't need internet connection because we only use PowerPoint as the media and laptop and LCD projector, yeah, something like that. And if there are no facilities like laptop and LCD, I think you can change the PowerPoint presentation into pictures, mind map, and diagram, and yeah, something like that.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Okay, thank you, Amanda and Erlin. So we move to the fourth question from Gais. For Gais, please give your question.
Okay. Okay, thank you for the time. So my question is, what makes multimedia presentation strategy is a great solution than another strategy to improve student speaking skills? I mean, what's the superiority of this strategy? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Gais. So the question from Gais is, what is the superiority for this strategy? For Amanda, you can answer Gais' question.
Thank you for guys. I think the strategy is very interesting because when we implement this strategy, I think we would not feel bored because it is this strategy. In this strategy, there is one-way communication between students through the presentation and between the participants. So that is full of interaction between the students and I think, of course, it will be easy to increase the students' speaking skill through the two-way communication.
Okay, thank you, Amanda. For guys, is it answer your question?
Yes, it's answered my question. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So we have 3 minutes left. For the one last question is from Putri Lofi in the chat box. So I will read the question. If we as teachers teach by using multimedia presentation to improve speaking skills to elementary school children, it can run effectively or not? For Amanda, you can answer the question.
I think Putri's question is the same with Rivka's question. So I think the strategy would be better if implemented in senior high school because elementary school is too young to use PowerPoint, and some elementary school also don't have LCD projector, right? LCD projector commonly used for high school students, not for elementary school students.
Okay, thank you, Amanda. How about Putri Lofi? Is it answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you for Amanda and Putri Lofi and also the audience. So we can end this Q&A session. Thank you so much for the attention and also thank you so much for the audience for the presentation. Maybe Amanda want to add something?
I think no aja. So thank you guys for your participation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you, Amanda. So for the last presenter is Adinda. For Adinda, are you ready?
Yes, Acha.
Okay, so time is yours.
Right, so could you see my screen? Yes. Assalamualaikum. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I would like to present the summary of the international journal with the title Students' Perceptions Toward the Implementation of Clipper School as an E-Learning Platform in Teaching English, written by Santi Septinawati, R. Bunga Febriani, Wawan Parwana, and Syafriyadin in 2020. Presented by me. My name is Adinda Chayan Supriyanto. My registration number is 50. All right, so let's move to the next slide. First, we would like to talk about the importance of the use of media in teaching and learning. So the widespread availability of media, especially about technology, is changing the ways teaching and learning conducted. In this modern era, innovation concerning education activities is really needed for the teacher and also the students. to experience teaching and learning beyond the traditional classroom. That's why the use of media in the classroom can engage students in learning and provides a richer or a wider experience. Now let's move to the problem. I found two problems, and for the first one, it is from the teacher's point of view. Teachers still had problems in their instructional media in teaching English. The teacher was still using conventional learning media. That's why the subject matter is not organized well, and then there is a problem about inappropriate learning methods. So for the second problem, it is from the student's point of view. So students are not interested in learning because the learning is monotone, so that the students do not have awareness of independent learning, and students do not have awareness to participate in the classroom. As the solution for this problem, using Kuiper School as an e-learning platform in teaching and learning English, it aims to empower teachers to help the students by combining quality learning content with an advanced online platform. That's why it can boost students' participation and also promote student-centered model. Before we are going to the research question, I would like to tell you about the purpose of this study. So the research is conducted to report the students' perceptions in implementing Kuiper School as a learning platform in teaching English, and also to know the advantage and the disadvantages of it. All right. So these are the research questions for the first one. What are the students' perceptions toward the implementation of Kuiper School as an e-learning platform in teaching English? And for the second, what are the advantages and disadvantages of using Kuiper School as an e-learning platform in teaching English? And this research question later on will be answered in finding and discussion part. Before that, I would like to explain about literature review. For the first one, it is stated by Rosenberg in 2001. E-learning replaces the use of internet technology to send solutions that can improve knowledge and skill. And the second, it is stated by Tapir in the 2003. The use of computer technology in the classroom should bring benefit to the learners through enhanced linguistic input. There are salient modification and elaboration. And for the last literature review, it is stated by Katz in 2009. The students are more enjoy in using technology, and also they are indicating technology inside or outside the classroom. Finally, we are talking about the research methodology. For the first one, for the method, it is using qualitative method. And then for the participants of this study was 2 sample classes of the 11th grade of science class, or we can say that it is MIPA 1, which consists of 38 students, and also the 11th grade of social science class, we can say that it is IPS 2, which consists of 25 students in the sample classroom. Overall, there were 53 students participated in this survey. And the instruments that were used in this research are, it is used the questionnaires and also the interview as an instrument to collect the data. And for the procedures, for the first step, the teacher gives a stimulus to the students. So it is like the teacher gives an abstract of the material first to the students. So the students will know what will they face on the study. And then the second one, the teacher conducted the teaching and learning using Kuiper School. And then the third, asking the students to fill in the questionnaire. And then for the last step, the The interview session was given after answering the questionnaire by the teacher. All right. So we are now talking about the findings and discussion. For the first one, for the first finding, it is answered the first research question. So the result that found in science class MIPA 1 are almost all student perception are positive on implementing Kuiper School in teaching English. Furthermore, the results that found in social class is IPS 2 concluded that almost students' perceptions are also positive about the use of Kuiper School as an e-learning platform in teaching English. And then for the second findings and discussion about the advantages of Kuiper School. So the first one, so the advantages for the student, the Kuiper School can enhance students' learning achievement by the material and the variative exercises. And the advantages for the teacher, Kuiper School also enhance the teacher creativity and also enhance the learning experience using new learning system. All right. Now, finally, we are talking about the conclusion and the suggestion. As the result, almost all students gave a positive perceptions, and the writer argues that by having more positive responses, the implementing of Kuiper School is the best implementation as an e-learning platform in teaching English. And the suggestion, for the first one, for the institution, the school should attempt to facilitate the teaching and learning activities, especially for English lesson, which requires conducive conditions that needs competent teachers and then needs supporting teaching media such as computer and internet access and LCD projector, etc. And the suggestion for the teachers, the writer suggests that the teacher also use video online for adding lessons in Kuiper School and another flash media. That's all the presentation. For those who wants to ask question, please kindly free to ask. Back to Anataya.
All right, thank you, Adinda, for the great presentation. So we have 10 minutes to Q&A session. So now we have first question from Fatihul. For Fatihul, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the time, moderator. So I want to ask about the procedure part. So what it is mentioned that the students were given some kind of stimulus, right? The procedure part. Procedure. This is the discussion. Yeah, whatever. So what kind of stimulus that the researchers gave to the students? And also, what is the challenges during the studies that the researchers faced? Thank you.
Okay, then thank you, Fatihul. So Adinda, are you get the question? Do you get the question?
Yes, right. So I will answer it right away. For the first question, about the first step of the procedure, right? Vic? Yes. So
Yes,
okay.
that one.
So the stimulus that given by the teacher is just a question or an abstract, an abstract is like, we are now study using Kuiper School. So the teacher will ask for the student, what is Kuiper School? Apakah ada yang tahu seperti itu? And then the teacher will explain more about what is Kuiper School and how to implement it in the classroom. Yeah, something like that. And then for the second question about the problems. So when doing these studies, there is no problem stated in the research, but I believe when implementing this method using Kuiper School in the classroom in the real field situation, I believe that there is a problem. For example, like the teacher, as far as I know, the teacher and the students, not all of them know how to use Kuiper School in the classroom. So I think that's the only problem in implementing this method. Is that answer your question, Vic?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Back to Anatahia.
Okay, thank you, Fatihul and Adinda. So for the next question is from Ripka. For Ripka, time is yours.
Okay. As I know, the Kuiper School is like a media that show video of the teacher that explain the material. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think this media is giving the student more difficulties on learning because if the student not understand the material, they cannot directly ask the teacher like that. So how can you solve this problem?
Excuse me, Ripka, but I cannot get your point.
Pardon?
I couldn't get your point. Could you please restate your question?
Okay. So I think this media is giving the student more burden on learning because if the students still confused about the material, they cannot ask question to the teacher directly. So from that problem, how could you solve this problem? That's all. Is it clear?
How much? Yes. All right, Acha, can I answer the question?
Yes, please.
All right. So thank you, Ripka, for the question. You said that using Kuiper School, it will burden the student. Is it right? Yeah. So according to this research, it is not true. What you are saying is not true because when using Kuiper School, we can watch the video of the teacher live or not live. Do you get my point? So it is kind of interactive learning with personal teacher or personal tutors and coaches, something like that. So the students can rewatch or replay the video whenever they want, something like that.
Okay, so if the students still confused about the material, they just have to rewatch the video.
Yes. Yes, that is. And maybe if it is not enough for the students can do a private chat with the teacher. I think like that.
Okay, thank you, Adinda, for your answer.
Okay, thank you, Adinda, and also Ripka. So for the next question is from Ika. For Ika, please state your question.
Okay, thanks for the time, Acha. So my question is, we know that there are many kinds of e-learning that we can use, right? So in your opinion, why the student should use Kuiper video instead of the other kinds of e-learning? Do you get my point?
Yes, Ika, I get your point. Can I answer it right away, Acha?
Yes, Adinda, time is yours.
All right. First, I would like to say sorry because there is mati lampu in my house. Yeah, so it is quite interesting question, Ika. Based on the research, what makes it different is Quipper can make students learn the concept of the material easier because Quipper School has its own secret and specialty in delivering the material. And also, it is equipped with videos and hot question. And also the content itself, it is up to date to the national curriculum standards. So these are what Quipper has that other applications don't have. Something like that. Do you get my point?
Okay, thank you, Dinda.
All right. Thank you, Ika, for the question. Back to Acha.
All right, thank you, Ika, and also Adinda. So we have 2 minutes left. And for the question here is from Erlin, because I see the order of the participant here is Erlin first. So for Erlin, please state your question.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, Acha. So, my question is same with friends in here. So, just but I have a question about this because moreover, Quipper also costs money. Well, why don't we learn through YouTube videos that are available for free? So it is my first question. So, and the second question, uh isn't it better to study offline or meet directly than online, because we can have two-way communication or ask and answer question with the widest range of questions with the teacher directly. Because I hear about your question, Adinda, for Ripka. I think you state uh, there is have chat in the teacher and the students, but I think online learning still have limits student to student questions and answer with teachers based on my experience. So I think have uh, is not too better to study offline than online, because we know that online there have uh, the first is understanding from student is not too clearly, and the second sometimes the students is not too to motivation in offline than online, because in the online the students sometimes not online. So students can be many sosmed. I think it is based on my experience and my friend's experience. Thank you for opportunity. How about your opinion, Adinda? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Erlin. For Adinda, is it clear enough? Because I think there is some freezing in my device. How about you, Adinda?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I will start to answer the first question of Erwin. Yeah, so as based on the research too, yeah, Quipper School is premium, but uh, it doesn't mean that Quipper cannot access in the free mode. And yeah, in this research, it is stated that there are 5,000 practice questions that is free to access in Quipper video. So I think it's it's sudah enough for teacher and the student to have teaching and learning classroom in the classroom, something like that. And for the second question, you want to know my opinion about online or offline. So I would like to say offline, of course. Yeah, even though online education is a very flexible learning that allows us to study via internet in our own computer at home, but I would like to say face-to-face meetings is the best for us in education. Yes, but if you want to know the research point of view, in this research point of view, it is stated that Kuiper schools help us in online learning so that we can experience more than online learning. We can experience wider and richer, something like that. Is that answer your question?
Okay, it's answered. Thank you, Adinda. And
Thank you, Emily.
All right, thank you so much, Adinda, and also Erlin. So this is the end of Adinda's presentation. Thank you so much for the audience and also the participants. And maybe for Adinda, you have something to say?
Yes. Thank you everyone for participating. See you for participating and for your next attention. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, everyone. So that our last presentation. So thank you so much for your participation, both the presenters and also the audience. In short, we have 3 presenters. For the first presenter is Ika, who talk about extensive reading, and for the second presenter is Amanda, who talk about multimedia presentation strategy, and for the last presenter is Adinda, who talk about Kuiper schools as a learning platforms. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you so much for the participation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Anataya. That's become a moderator for today. Okay, and then for all of the presenter, please give applause. So you have done the good presentation. So where is my, okay, give applause. Okay. Next, now I will give you a little review about your presentation today. Please allow me to share screen. Yeah. I'm so sorry I don't give a feedback related to the previous meeting. And for the midtask, I don't give you a feedback too. So I'm so sorry. After this, I will do that. Okay, can you see my slide here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, starting from Adinda, yeah. I think that's for Adinda, yeah, but for all related to your PPT, that's the first one. Hello, all of you, when you are creating a PPT, yeah, please create a PPT. Remember, when we are creating a PPT, it means that just write the point, not write the text. Yeah, just PPT is one of the media that help you to deliver your material. It means that you must understand your material well. So you don't read your material in PPT. Yeah. For example, that okay. Tadi Kuiper Adinda ya. Adinda, please create a PowerPoint, PPT or PowerPoint who can attract your audience. And then I cannot find your article in Finesa. And then related to in my understanding, when you are choosing atau when you are chosen when you have chosen the article, I cannot find what kind of a material that would be taught by the author at that time, because I cannot imagine what kind of English material at that time the author would be taught to the student. And then again, ini for all three presenter. The first one related to when you are explaining introduction. Yeah, just right. Actually, if there is a problem, maybe, ma'am, I don't start with the problem, but actually the importance of the technology or the encounter of e-learning. So maybe you can say that, okay, in digital era, Kuiper is important. Or what should I say? However, there are many problems faced by the student when they are learning Kuiper atau learning English. So what the problem? Please mention it. And then one of the solution to overcome this problem is a Kuiper. And then here you must explain the advantages, the benefit, the advantages, the benefit, the everything related to the Kuiper, that Kuiper can be the best one to solve that problem. Yeah, have you got the point what I say? Since in your PPT I cannot find actually what is a Kuiper. And then although there is only, okay, this is the what should I say, the beneficial of a Kuiper. Okay, and then related to the result, you only show that the student have a positive perception. However, you do not clarify the indicator of a positive perception. And there is no expert. There is no expert judgment. This related to the discussion, you must write, okay, this result is relevant with blah, blah, blah. With the blah 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 research, because blah 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 blah. So it is what I mean. And then that the same with the result of your second research question. In your research question number 2 here. So apa tadi? The benefit, the advantages of Kuiper. Is it right? Yeah, is it right?
Yes,
so I cannot see that the same. I cannot see actually what is the advantages of the Kuiper, and then it must be supported by the expert, blah 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 blah. I cannot find about that. Yeah, please find Adinda. And then Adinda, again, when you are presenting, please show your waist fully, because your gesture could be evaluated, could be assessed. And then at the end of the presentation, you are off cam. It means that I only see part of your waist. Jadi saya hanya melihat separuh dari sini, Adinda. Adinda, do you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am. I'm not turn off my camera, ma'am. It was just dark because there was a light off in my home.
Oh, it is dark in your home, but I cannot see your waist. In my side there is a black and your name Adinda. Like this one, Adinda. Maybe use the good light, good lighting gitu loh. Okay. Tadi in the what should I say in initial I can see your face, but now I cannot see your face, Adinda. Yeah, like this one, you are black. There is no I cannot see your face. What about the others? Can you see Adinda's face?
Yes, ma'am. It is
No, ma'am.
But
It's
it's
black,
okay.
only black.
Yeah, but it's okay, Adinda. Yeah, okay. This is the problem when we are conducting online learning, Adinda, because it is a kind of a presentation, so I must show you. Okay, related to Ika. Okay, Ika, that the same. Your PPT is still power text, especially in introduction and research methodology. Okay, furthermore, after you find the solution, it means that you give us a solution extensive reading. So you must also explain actually what is the advantages of extensive reading. And then, I cannot find that you can explain the discussion. I mean that, okay. And I cannot find the discussion. Okay. You have discussed. I cannot find the discussion. Okay. Have you got the point what I say, Ika, or do you still have any question?
Yes, ma'am.
So after you show the binding and then discuss. When we are discussing, when we are discussing your result, you must check again the previous research. So, ma'am, where I know the previous research? Yeah, you can read again in a literature review. Literature review is our guidance to compare that this result is relevant or this result is controversial with the previous research, blah, 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 blah. Have you got the point what I say?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then after that, check again. How do you write your recommendation? Okay. So recommendation is a kind of activities that can be done by other researcher to continue that research. Okay. And again, Ika, my suggestion, please, you must practice again your speaking since I find some slip of the tongue related to your pronunciation. Yeah, okay. And then for Amanda, you have your pronunciation is good. You have delivered the material is good. However, again, your PPT, your PowerPoint, because maybe you create PPT a day before, so you create PPT in a hurry. So in my opinion, your PPT is less attractive. Since your PPT is a full of a text or power text. Again, my suggestion, please create PPT. Hello, the name is PowerPoint. Just write a point. It will be better if you are showing using picture that help a reader or audience to visualize, oh, this one Kuiper, this one multimedia, and this one blah 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 blah. So and then there is only, what should I say, just a phrases or a vocabulary to show that this is a PPT. Is it clear, or do you still have any question for the presenter and then for all you in this class? Okay, I will show you ya. I will show you one of the PPT. Okay, for example from Dinda ya. Ini kebetulan I have downloaded from the Dinda. Okay, Dinda. Okay, I agree with your title. That's nice. Your title, that's nice. But when I read your introduction here, it could be said that actually, wait a minute, please. Ini kan the importance of a media in teaching learning. Actually, what is the importance of the media? Just write the point. Can you see my slide? Can you see my slide here? Okay. Media can make the process atau the importance of a media. Ini mistype ya. Important. Aku cek lagi nih ya. Ini mistype kelihatannya. Mistype. Kemudian next, apa sih importance-nya dari media in the teaching of learning? Nggak ada di sini. In these sentences, I cannot find actually what is the importance of the media. Yeah, make the process of a teaching learning attractive, improve the student motivation. So yeah, just write the point. And then maybe you provide with the picture the student who are happy to learn English. And then also, however, the problem, the teacher still use conventional. Okay, and then it's not interested. Nah, maybe there is a picture the teacher who are lecturing. Nah, and then what is your solution here? In your solution here, we will use a Kuiper school. Loh, where is a Kuiper school? Kenapa kok? Why we must use Kuiper school? So you must explain here. And then when you are talking about so our purpose of this study, blah blah blah. My suggestion, if you have written the purpose, you don't need to write the research question. You don't need to write the research question because purpose and the research question are the same. It is in line. So if you have two research question, your purpose must be two. It must be like this. Ya, oke. And then ya ini juga again literature review-nya there is no correlation with Kuiper. You are talking about e-learning. So where is Kuiper? There is no explanation about Kuiper. And it will be used to teach what skill in English. It is a listening, reading, or speaking, or whatever. You don't explain about that. And then riset methodology, yes, okay, kualitatif, partisipannya. So if there is a participant, just mention it. Participant must be plural ya. Participant, for example, 45 students come from blah blah blah. Gitu aja. Take it the point, Mbak. Remember, it is a PowerPoint. And then the instrument, questionnaire and interview, and then the procedure, okay. Okay, and then how do you analyze your data? Ini there is no one step. How do you analyze the data? Yeah, it must be mentioned. How do you analyze the data? And then finding and discussion. Okay, you have finding and there is no discussion. Just the title, finding and discussion, but there is no discussion. There is no discussion. Directly you write conclusion and suggestion. And then the last one is a thank you. Okay, so I think all of you must be the same. Hello, please write the point when you are writing PowerPoint. Is it clear, all of you, my students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Any question? No question?
Thank you, I think it is
So
enough.
far, no, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I will stop the